Good
This
morning.
meeting is being recorded.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So yesterday, what we discussed and what are the topics we covered, and you have any doubts?
Uh, no, yesterday we covered the comprehension topics, list comprehension, set comprehension, dictionary, and tuple.
Okay.
Is clear?
So simple comprehension we discussed, if comprehension we discussed, and a if else comprehension, and nested for loop and nested matrix as well, right? These are the topics which we discussed.
Yes.
So till there, you have any doubts or you want any clarity?
No, it is clear.
Okay. So, as I mentioned yesterday, so we are going to discuss about the OOPS concept from today. This is the for one of the most important topic, and most of the stuff we are going to learn, or we are going to write from this OOPS concept. So, what does mean by OOPS concept? So, OOP is basically the object oriented program. OOP is nothing but a object oriented program. Okay. So what uh, so we have, so why this OOPS is necessary in a project or in a Python? So why is this is necessary? Because so we are going to write functionalities like this, right? Let's say X functionality, right? X functionality, Y functionality, something, all these functionalities. And also we are going to write a loop, something here, and for I in range, something like for I in range, print of I, something, this is how we are going to write, and X equal to 10 variables, and uh, we are going to pass the values here like a comma b, also b and c, for all these values, right? So whatever we are going to write are these are like a individual manner. So we are not if I want to call this functionality, every time I need to call, like I need to create, or I need to call something like this, and wherever I want, I need to call this like X, something like. So every time for these functionalities, I need to call each and everything, and these functionalities are totally independent. And these for loops or these variables or everything totally independent, right? So they are not linked to any other things, right? So if I want to combine all these things inside a one variable or one object, then it is nothing but a object oriented program. So the name itself is indicating that object oriented program. We are going to deal with the objects. So I mentioned a lot of times, everything in Python is an object, right? So everything, whatever we are taking, is this an object or no? And when we are calling this function, this is also object, right? And whatever we are getting the value, everything will be considered as an object, right? So we are going to deal with the object oriented program. So everything combined, everything inside a particular class. What does it mean by class and object? So we're going to discuss those things, but a combination of all the variables or functionalities or everything inside a one particular things, if you are going to create for that object, then we can consider as a object oriented program. So if we are going to create an object for a, what is this mean? Object is only for particular function only, right? This function, if I'm creating this function, let's say this is a other function. So if I'm creating this object which is related to this function, so can I call this like another function with the help of this object? Yes or no?
No, we can't.
We can't, right? So this is only related to the function. This is only related to particular this function, and this object is only related to particular this function. So we cannot call any other variables or any other things using the one object. But if we are going to combine all this stuff, we are going to create only one object, and with that object we are going to use all the functionalities or all the methods. You already learned those things, right? What are they? Let's say I've created a list. So this is an object, right? L is an object or no? Which type of object? List object,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
if I want to use a one functionality from that class, how can I use? We can use append method. We can use extend method, right? We can use insert method. These are the methods only. Using that only one object. So here, if I created only one functionality, am I able to use all the methods? No, right?
Yes.
Here,
Here no. Okay.
here no. But if I created only one object, but I'm using all the objects, I mean all the methods. So these are inside the functionality. These are inside the class. So this is what you need to understand the high level. I mean, so if you understand this, so we are going to discuss about the internal things. You understood what does it mean by oops?
Yes.
So oops program, like we are going to create an object. Okay, like we are an object, right? And we have a method and we have a variables as well. So the variables are nothing but your name, right? Your name or your surname or your location or your age, those are the variables, right? What is your name? You will say something like my name is Srikant or my name is Arya, Saujanya. So these are the labels which is attached to you as an object. So let's say there is a robot, same like me. Okay, so what are the variables which is attached to that robot? The robot name is, and the robot age is, or robot features is, robot location is. So these are the variables, right? But if I want to move that robot, if I want to move that robot, how can I using the variables can I move that robot? No, right?
No.
I can use the command. You should go to the shop using the first left, right, to left, to right, to straight way for 1 kilometer, then left, then right, then go shop, pick up the item, then back, left, right, and back, and pick it, place it, and place, go there and stand there. So, are these the variables or the methods or a commands? So, these are the commands, right? We are asking to say or do something that is nothing but a methods. Okay, if we are going to do something with that object or something with that object or a class, then it is nothing but a methods. Variables are nothing but a names or something we are going to give, or labels. You understood what does it mean by variables? And variables are nothing but a data. Okay, and the behavior, whatever the behavior it is going to do, that is nothing but a functions or methods. We'll call it as a functions, right?
Yes.
Okay, so combination of data and the functions are nothing but a object. Okay, so here if it is outside of the class, we will call it as a function. Okay, we will call it as a function. If it is inside the class, then we will call it as a method. That is what you need to remember.
Okay.
Okay, then what does it mean by object? Object is nothing but a real world entity and a group of attributes. Attributes are nothing but a variables. So we'll call it, if it is outside of the class, we'll call it as variables, right?
Yes.
Variables are nothing but a something we are going to give, right? If it is inside the class, then we'll call it as a attributes. Attributes. Okay, there are, everything is same, but you need to understand this. If it is inside the class, functions will become
Method.
methods and the variables will become
Attribute.
attributes, right? And these are the things, and the combination of these things is nothing but a combination of these are object. Okay, this is what you need to understand. So as I mentioned, what is mean by methods? Something we are going to do
Perform.
something. I mean, actions. As robo move left, right move. Those are the methods. Only with the help of the methods we can move the robot, right? So I should say. So you have to go there. Arya, go here and pick up that something and get back. Go back to your position. So I use the variable and the methods, right? Variable, what is the variable or attribute here?
Arya.
Arya is an attribute. And the methods, different
The
methods I called. You go there, first method, pick up and back and place. So everything is a methods. We have different methods. That is what you need to understand. Okay. So what we are going to create an object. First of all, we are going to create one class. What does it mean by class? Class. So a lot of times you watched this or you heard this class, right? So class is nothing but a blueprint or a template used to create an object. Let's say, Arya, you have your own house, right? Or wherever we are staying. So the house directly will be constructed on a ground, or they will plan, they will draw an architecture. These are the size of the rooms, or these are the size of the floors, and these are the paints, these are the colors, how it looks like, right? So first of all, what they will do, they will create one blueprint, right? So how many times the construction was happened? Two times. One is at a paper, one is at a ground, right? Are we going to directly construct without writing a blueprint?
no.
Right? So for creating a robot, let's say if we want to create a robot, are we going to create directly the robot? First of all, we are going to create one prototype or POC, right? So
Yes.
based on that, we will create a huge stuff. Whatever engineer works we are seeing right now, even the car or motor or lorry or aeroplane or rocket. So what they will do, first of all, they will create a small prototype. It is like a blueprint, right? So
Okay.
based on that, if one blueprint is constructed, let's say your house was constructed based on some blueprint or paper, right? So with that help of blueprint, so your only one house is able to construct, or I can able to construct 1,000 houses using that blueprint,
Many houses.
as many as I want, right?
Yes.
So what I mean to say is class is to create an variable attributes as well as the methods. Based on that, I can create as many as objects I want. Okay. So first of all, class is a, you got it right. What does it mean by class and what is mean by object, and we are going to create just a high
Yes.
level. First of all, you need to understand the high level. Then, if I'm explaining in a coding wise, you will understand.
Okay. Understood.
Okay, so it is nothing but a blueprint or template. Okay, which is used to create the objects. Used to create an objects. Class is nothing but a blueprint. Like I'll not here, but I will write the notes examples. So how we are going to create? Like student. Student I'm going to create. Student I'm going to create. I'll just pass it. What does it mean by pass? Okay, pass means whatever we are going to create. Let's say I've created one functionality x comma y, but I don't know which what is this function should do. Okay, let's say you want to create one robo. Okay, first of all, while you are designing, you know the functionalities, I mean behaviors at a time while you are building. No, right?
No.
So what you will do, first of all, okay, I will implement no function, but what is this function do? I will do it later. Then I'll implement left, take left something, take left. But what it should do, I will implement left, take right. I will implement later, right? What based on our location or based on our things, right? So if we are going to, if you don't know, if you don't know the body, if you don't know the methods, or if you don't know the variables, everything you don't know, but you want to create one functionality with this name. So you can pass that using the pass keyword. Okay. Using the pass keyword, you can pass it. Okay. Here also, got it?
Yes.
Why we are going to use the pass?
Mm.
And here also, I'm creating one student class. I don't know attributes. I don't know the methods. So what should I do? I will implement it later. Then I can pass it, right? I'm using
Yes.
the pass. Then how we are going to create an object? So what does it mean by object? What is object? Is what is object is a real instance. A real instance created you from or from a class. So whatever your architecture did, so he will be implementing that house, right? So is that a real instance or no?
Yes.
That is exactly real, right? We can able to touch, we can able to use, we can able to. So the variables are nothing but let's say the attributes are nothing but the paint, the colors, right? The colors or a paint or everything in your house, right? And functionalities are nothing but the electricity. The if you turn on the switch, what it will do? The fan or geyser or lights, everything will be turned on, right? Those are the functionalities inside a house. So object is nothing but a real instance created from a class. So how I'm going to create an class object here? Like I can take as many whatever the variables I want to take, I can take on my own. I can take yes or whatever I want. The variables, right? I can take S1, student 1 equal to student. So the same it is nothing but a functionalities. You can consider as a functionalities. Here, let's say I will take this one. How you are going to create an object? I mean object here for this functionality. X equal to take right,
Take
right? How many values I need to give?
two values.
Two values I need to give. Okay. So here now I want to create for this object. How many values I need to give?
One value.
One
Value.
for this one.
Sorry, no values.
No values, right? The same way, is student is expecting any values?
No.
There is no values. I will explain. I'll explain how it will take the values and, same as a functionalities or no. But as of now, you don't need to. You have to understand it is not taking any. So, am I able to create only one object using this one? I can create as many as I want. S2 and S3, right?
Yes.
So these are same, and using the same blueprint, I am creating a same architecture, same real instance. This is nothing but an object. We already discussed it, we are already using a lot of times from starting of the class. X equal to 10 or x equal to 10 or x equal to tuple or x equal to list comprehension or something, right? Everything will be considered as an object, right? And your functionality is also an object. Everything will be considered same as this one. So everything will be considered as an object. Okay. Till here you understood how we are going to create a class and how
Yes,
we
sir.
are going to create an object,
Yes.
right? And what does it mean by attributes? How we are going to take an attributes? Let's say a normal way. First of all, I'll take this function. Okay, and I'll not take anything. How we are going to take a variables? If it is a normal functionality, name equal to Srikanth, right? Name equal to Srikanth and age equal to 28. Age equal to 28. This is how we are going to take it, right? If I want to print that value, how can I print? One dot name, or I need to return. This will not run. No attribute. I need to print it, right? Print of name and print of age. That is how it will work. Then I am going to get that, right?
Yes.
Now I am going to get it. This is the way I am going to create it, right? So the same way, if I want to create an class and of attributes, the same way, class instead of def, I'm using the class, but it should start. Is there any rule which we are creating while we are creating a functionality? So the first character is a smaller letter or a, upper letter. So there is no such rule. It should be capital or it should be, so always it should be a smaller, right? So it should be always smaller. If you are creating a functionality, it should be smaller only. But if you are creating a class, it should be a uh, capital one, like a title, right? Why we are going to take a capital letter, first letter, like a student? Why I have taken capital here or here? Because if we are going to import those classes and we are going to use those classes as well as the functionalities. So if you want to segregate those functionalities as well as the class, you need to understand whether this is a class or an object, or whether this is a class or whether this is a functionality. How we are going to segregate? Using this one only. Okay. If it is a starts with a capital letter, then it is considered as a class. If it is starting with a smaller only, then it will be considered as a function. Right? Got it?
Yes, understood.
Class should be starts with a capital letter only, whatever you are taking. Okay, and are we going to take it? Name equal to Srikanth and age equal to uh, 28. This is how I'm going to create. Okay. So how can I create an object now? Will you give me an answer?
Uh,
Is equal to
S1 is equal to student.
student. How many values do I need to give?
No values.
No values. So it is inside this class, right? It is inside this class. So let's say, uh, let's say if I want to give an, how can I, let's say Arya, you are an object, or Saujanya, you are an object. Okay. So your name is Arya, right? Without mentioning your name, if I'm saying something, go there and pick up or take that something. Will you go without confirming your name? If you are in between a couple of 100 members or 10 members, you will go? No, right? I have to say your name, Arya. Go there, take that something and get back, right? That is how you will go and you will I mean, that is how you will implement that command, right? Got it?
Yes. Yes,
So
good.
student is nothing but an class. I mean, it is nothing but an your functionalities. Okay. I mean, this is nothing but inside whatever the functionalities or whatever we are doing. How we are going to access that name with the help of object only. S dot name, right? S dot name. So I have to call you Arya and name, right? That is how you're able to respond it, right? If
Ye-
name is present and age is present, then I'm able to get it. If not, if it is not present, we'll get an error, right?
Yes.
Print of s dot name, then print dot s of age. If you want to call those variables, attributes, or methods, you have to use the object only. Okay, you have to use an object only. But if you don't want to create an object, then how you will create, how you will call those functionalities? Let's say the same functionality, the same thing I will take here. Okay, the functionality. Am I able to call this like this? The function I can call like this, right? Or x equal to function. This the same way I can call it, right? These are two. Is these are both are same or no?
Yes, both are same.
Both are same. So I can create an object in this way, and without creating an object also I can call. How? Am I able to get it?
Yes.
So, but your thing is you are not creating an object. Just this is nothing but a prototype. Is these values are able to get it or no? Before creating an object. Before creating an object means before implementing fully prototype, right? If you want to check it, you can check it, right? That is how. So you can call using the object, you can call using the object for class also. Okay. So how you are going to call? Mostly we are going to create an object, because we need to create an object, right? If we are going to create an object only, then it will comes as a real instance. So if you are not going to create an object, then it will permanently, it will be a blueprint only, right?
Yes.
Okay, you understood this one?
Yes, understood. So I have a doubt. What is the difference between class and function then?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, right, class is nothing but a combination of attributes and methods.
Yes, that I
Okay,
understood. Mm.
and the functionalities are just a block of code to repeat or to reduce the repetition. It's just a block of code, but the class is combination of all the methods and the variables.
Okay.
So inside a class, are we able to create a multiple functionalities? I mean, inside a functionality, are we able to create a multiple functionalities?
No.
Right? We can call it, but we have to, but not multiple. We can call using the factorization or something like that, but not mostly. That is not a programmatic level. So class is the only one which will hold each and everything, not only the variables, not only the attributes, not only the functionalities, I mean methods, everything which will be taken care.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
So using that, we can call the methods. Using that, we can use the attributes, whatever we want. It is like a dictionary. I mean, not a Python dictionary. So, if you have any doubt, where you will go? You will go to Oxford Dictionary, right? In a previous whatever the doubt you have. In our olden days, if we have doubt, we'll open the dictionary and we'll search that word and we'll get to know that, right?
Yes, yes.
That is how it is, a combination of everything. If you
Mm.
have doubt or which one you want to go, the class will have everything. Okay. Then
Okay.
we discussed about the what attributes. This is attributes. These are attributes, and I'll going to create a one more. So now I will create a method. Which method I can create? Something like greet. So greet will take self. Okay. What does it mean by self? Okay. So what does it mean by self? Normal meaning. Normally self means we are we, right? Self
Yes.
means we are self. We are. So whatever the, let's say you are in your home. mm, How can I give an example? Let's say this function, this method, this is a class of student. Student Saujanya or Srikanth or let's say Arya, whoever it is. So this methods or these variables or whatever we are taking, there is separation of items which are in our home, right? Our items will be in our room, and the children's items will be in our in other place, and grandparents or parents or mother or father, whoever it is, right? Those items. So if someone asks whose item it is, we are going to say that is father's item, that is mother's item, that is child item, right? Which child item? The elder one or younger one, right? We'll mention that is Ajay's or that is Srikanth item, that, right? So we need to mention this method is student, this one related to this class. Okay. So where we are going to match those things using the self. Self is nothing but a student only, which is pointing. which is pointing to the student, because we need to combine these two, right, with the class and the methods. With the variables here, we are going to take something like a self only, but for your understanding, we have taken something like that. Here we are going to take self dot name. Self dot, what does it mean by self? Self is the one which is filling the gap between the class and the whatever we are taking. It is nothing but a one middleman which will combine. Okay, this method belongs to this one, and this variables belongs to this class, this student. So we need to combine, right? Okay, because with the, are we going to create object? We are going to create object, right? Are we going to create object or no?
Yes.
Student, this is the object. So we are going to create only object. Okay. So if there is no connection between this class and this method or attributes, how can I call? Oh, what Saujanya? You texted something?
Yes, for example, it will be like it's equal to some word like uh, it's equal to type of anything like type of the class of like that, right? The class and the class student the or separate.
Yeah. This is nothing but a blueprint only. But X is an object. X is
Okay.
an object, and the Srinath or the name you have taken, right? That is
Yes.
the class. Which object it is? It is nothing but the class is nothing but an object. Class of particular name. What is the name? If I'm printing like this, print of type of, yes, commented everything. So the first one, this is a, so what I need to do? Pass it. Here, student is the class name. It is nothing but a blueprint. You mentioned, right? Blueprint or class name. Class is the one, and we are going to get a blueprint, right? This is also blueprint. Yeah. String is nothing but they have taken as a string as a name. Like same as class of string. But why have taken the smaller letters? Did you observe? Class of string. Why have taken this? Because they want to segregate. Let's say if I am printing, string is nothing but a normal string, right? This is how they have taken. They have created. Let's say x equal to 10 integer I will take x, and y equal to 10.02, and z equal to string I will take. Okay. Then I will print type of all these things. X, y,